Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for educations and technology. So yesterday I have shared a video suggests that we better focus on the basic Wing Chun educations and not get into the lineage stuff. So after that, many Wing Chun friends and traditional Chinese martial art friends message me. Some want to debate, and I know they don't even watch my video. So today, I like to share with you what is the reality so we can find a solution to fix the problem. This lineage problem is a big problem in Chinese culture, Chinese history. Even in Buddhism, it happened that way. So today, I like to share with you how this thing need to be handled properly, or else we can guarantee it is a disaster on the lineage. So, if we look at the ancient Chinese teaching, using today's language, we know that there are two types of lineage, which is coexistence. The first is the relationship lineage. The second is the technical lineage. They are synchronized together at the beginning. Okay, at the beginning of Wing Chun, it is the technical lineage and the relationship lineage is actually they go hands on hand, like the two wings of a bird. Same within the Zen Buddhism and so forth. So, technical lineage is like what? It's like physics. Sir Isaac Newton have his principle, which is the Newtonian physics. So the physics, it get to say University A, University B, University C. You can have a university in America, in Russia, in Germany. Okay? They all does teaching Newtonian physics. So because of the university in say University A, B and C, they all have their curriculum. Like Harvard curriculum is different than Stanford curriculum and different than UC Berkeley's, and then it's different than University of Beijing. But they all teach the same physics, even though they are a different curriculum. And so if you have a the university in Germany who teach physics is doing the same thing. It have a different curriculum. And also if you say in Russia, you have a university teaching Newtonian physics, the same thing. So every one of this university is a different lineage. It's a different lineage because it have different curriculum or different uniqueness in their teaching. But they still teach the same thing, physics, Newtonian physics. They don't change the Newton law, okay? So that is how it is, the technical lineage. It is technical on topic. So if disregard of any part of the world, in US or in China or in Russia or in Germany, and after so many 100 years, is always, you talk about Newtonian physics, people know what is Newtonian physics. You can get all the students from the university around the world, and you talk about physics, everybody know F equal to ma, force equal to mass multiplied by accelerations. Is that clear? Okay? Now, so that is called technical on topic. You need to have this technical lineage to get technical on topic, and all of this is really clear. Now, that is a relationship lineage. So in Wing Chun, say you have a Wing Chun up there, okay? Say you have a Wing Chun up there and it teach student A, and then student B, and then student C, and then student A have teach student A1, and then student A1 or A2 can teach student AA5 or whatever. So this is the relationship lineage, okay, or the teaching lineage. Now, in this lineage, the content is respect. So in a proper run system, the AA5 will respect AA1, respect A, and respect Wing Chun. And also the AA5 will respect B because he's still the uncle or the aunt of the same art. And all this about respect. This is about technical, this is about respect. Now, the thing screw up in Chinese culture, Chinese history is like this. It always is like somehow, somewhere, a student of this AA5 start to take A as the truth. And this is the guy who know the Wing Chun. And then it chop off Wing Chun herself, and it chop off all other relationship, and it start to say this is the real Wing Chun. Okay? So now you create all kind of politics struggling there, or sex struggling there already. Now, you see, this lineage got nothing to do with that, because even when Wing Chun teach A might not all know all this. Okay? So you have two things. It's like, sure, you are a student of Wing Chun, but do you have a complete learning of, say, the physics? So there are two parts there. But when you get down to here, somehow the AA5 suddenly claim that A is the authentic Wing Chun. He is the mightiest Wing Chun grandmaster. He's the truth, and he ignore everything. And then you're fighting here. And yet none of these people from AA3, AA5 be able to tell about physics. And none of the people here be able to tell about physics. By that time, you know the art is gone. You only left with relationship. So that is a serious problem now in even in Buddhism, in Chinese Buddhism, is all this. Everybody will say, well, I'm the Zen grandmaster, blah, 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 but do you still have the mind seal or the transmissions of the Buddha? You don't. So you can see people create their stuff or left and right. Okay? So what good is that? But over here, people will tell you, like in Zen, my teacher is this. Like for example, now like take me. My teacher in Zen, I have two teachers. One is the Venerable Si Fa Chan. Si Fa Chan is from the lineage of Shaolin. My Xigong Si Gao Chan is the Shaolin monk, a real Shaolin monk on records. Okay? And then I have another Sifu, or the Zen teacher is Venerable Xuanhua. Venerable Xuanhua's teacher is Xu Yun, the well-known Zen patriarch. Okay? So in terms of Buddhism, if I write down my biography, Hendrik is a teacher, is this, then you know I'm the top guy. But wait a minute. Do I really know Zen? Sure, I'm the student of Venerable Fa Chan, the grand student of Venerable Si Gao Chan. But do I know Zen? Sure, I'm the grand student of Xu Yun, a direct line. Do I know Zen? Do I know this physics stuff? It doesn't say anything if I don't present a proper experience in Zen according to Srangama Sutta. I have a relationship with all this teacher, but do I really know what I'm talking about? So in the ancient Zen, the teacher will test the student whether he really get the Dharma and he's enlightened or not. So for example, a story is like the real thing is like the fifth patriarch's student, Huinan, the sixth patriarch, and the fifth Shen Xiu. Okay, they both are the fifth patriarchs, the Zen fifth patriarch student. But Huinan got the transmission, got the physics. Shen Xiu didn't get it. Well, Shen Xiu is still here. Shen Xiu and Huinan is still here. But he didn't get it. And in fact, Shen Xiu at that time was how to say that, invited by the emperors, go to the palace for teaching. And of course the student will say, my Sifu is the best. But what Shen Xiu know? The physics is in Huinan's school. He doesn't have it. Because Huinan is the one who get the teaching or the Dharma and have the accomplishment from the fifth patriarchs. Okay? Now, so today, if you look at the traditional Chinese martial art even in the Buddhism, it is all about naming. Oh, I'm whose student, I'm whose student. But people don't talk about this. And everybody giving face. Oh, I give you face, you give me face. And then the guy who have a lot of students, you know what they're going to do in the history of China? They're going to book their Sifu as the best super teacher. Even they can override everything. That is what happened. So it is not as in the Western university. Hey, it doesn't matter if you are Sir Isaac Newton's son, or you are the student or grand student of Sir Isaac Newton's son. You better pass this examinations for your PhD in physics, in Newton's physics. There's no face given. Okay? So right now, if you look at traditional Chinese martial art even like in the Buddhism, it's a mess here. It is all here. It doesn't talk about here, and then it's just create stories and thing and so forth, and end up you don't have this anymore. So there are people who ask me, so how come if 1850s Wing Chun is a real, how come they don't know? I say, well, you know what? General Chi Chi Guang's classic, the Japanese know it. The Okinawan, the people who study karate, research know about it. The Shaolin Sword Strike Canon, the people who study Okinawan karate and trekking karate, Bubishi, know it. How come you Chinese don't know it? Well, there's this thing. When you get actually, how to say that, lost in this thing. Because my Sifu is this the guy. So I'm this superior. Because I brush my wing with this guy. So that's why you end up. You don't have this, you have this. So again, as what I say, keeping saying, why is the Korean know the General Chi Chi Guang? And why is the people who study karate history and bubishi, know about general Qi Guang writing, and then know about the Shaolin Sword Strike book. Why do they know? Why don't you know? So, the basic education is here. This is technical on topic. Focus on here doesn't mean that you don't respect people. You put them in the proper perspective. If it's the parents, of course we're going to respect. If it is uncle and aunt, we of course going to respect, but we are not going to get mess up this thing, create all kinds of issue, and then the political here. And then the even more ridiculous is when people ask about physics, none can give the answer. And none even know what people over here do. Like today is in Zen. Everybody talk about Zen this, Zen that. Buddhism, Zen this and Zen that. Are you sure? Do you know what scripture of a Buddha teaching what? Do you know what is the samadhi? Can you get there? Well, this is a mess. So I'm saying that not to go to pay attention to all those the lineage stuff is this lineage stuff. And basic education is technical lineage. I didn't tell you not to respect people. So okay, so in Wing Chun, if you have a student who doesn't understand Wing Chun, he just following, not really knowing the essence of it. You just respect him. You call him an aunt or an uncle because of his generations. And we always, the Chinese is always respecting the elderly. That never change. But this thing has to be straightened out. If this thing is not straightened out, you don't have the art. If Wing Chun doesn't have this, you don't have Wing Chun. You have all this, you don't have Wing Chun. And what Xi Xiaodong and everybody care is this, not this. Okay? So that is the bottom line. We like it or not, the world is like that. That's why you look at it. Just look at it. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, top of the world. It was founded in 1860 something, the same time as our Wing Chun. 1850. Look what people have today. How the MIT influence the world and technology. Now today, if you ask, what is Wing Chun 1850? See how many people know it. Well, everybody will say, well, I know better. I'm better. I know it most. My Sifu is better. My Sifu is the grandmaster. Whatever my Sifu say is the truth. Nobody should do against it. Or else I'm going to bring 10 of my classmates to fight you. Look at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They produce people, elite scientists, influence the entire human civilization. While you're here, still here, oh, I fight you, you fight me, what are you going to prove? You can kill everybody in the world, but you still don't prove this. If you don't know, you don't know. And so this is like become what? So right now, people critics Chinese martial art is like what? When you join a martial art, it's like you're joining a cult. What? But the people out here, in the older generations, in the ancient, they are not like that. That's why you have like the Shaolin Sword Strike writing. You have the general Qi Guang writing. They're not like that. They're not like this thing. The general Qi Guang start his writing saying, my Sifu is this, my Sifu is that. Or get right away to the technical. Did Shaolin Sword Strike canon start the book with the 20 questions, or it just start to say, oh, I am this guy teach me this, that guy teach me that, and talk nothing about what is the sword strike. So the ancient is like today's university is here for past 100 years or so, is keeping trapped in here. Now, if you're not getting out to this, do not know there's a technical lineage and the relationship lineage, and do not split it, you continue to get technical problem because you don't know. And of course, over here, this university don't have to agree with this university, and you know what? They can actually using evidence to show the Newtonian physics. They can do experiment. They are not saying that, hey, I'm going to send my army to fight your army, so I destroy you. I'm the truth. That's why the Western university can create so many clear-minded experts in this world to contribute to the entire world. So you say Western civilization. What this is Western civilization? You say, well, ancient Chinese civilization is good. Well, look at this. This is reality. Who is better today? Who is better by means of contribute to human positively? Contribute to education. Okay? So we need to get this clear. It's not like, oh, because Hendrik say that don't pay attention to lineage, and you say, well, I believe in lineage. What are you talking about? You are just blah, 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 blah. Do you know all this? Do you know the physics? If you don't even know that, what are you talking? Mm-hmm. It's like you go to a university, you want to talk to debate with the top researcher in physics, you better get your physics ready up to that level. Not just because I walk into the university, hey, you know what? I'm the great grandson of Sir Isaac Newton. So you all guys, shut up, listen to me. I am the great grandson of Newton. So I only know one thing. I am the great grandson of Newton. I override everything. You see any university kick you out right away or not? And actually they are doing a disservice to Sir Isaac Newton if you do that, right? So over here, you respect everybody here. Over here, you want to be honestly present things, because if you don't present things honestly here, you're going to screw the entire thing up. And you keeping have this political, my Wing Chun is better than your Wing Chun. It's going to screw the entire thing up because you don't have solution. You just have wanting to fight and wanting to prove you are more mighty than other people, where other people talk about technology. People don't care about how mighty you are. People want to see technology, like people like Xi Xiaodong, they want to see technology. That's why the Xi Xiaodong of China and the Chen Zhihan, the Guanzhang of Taiwan, keeping saying that you guys traditional Chinese martial art is backward, out of date. You are not scientific. It's because this. People as soon as one is not clear on this thing and one keeping digging under this, then you got a problem. And then as soon as the people over here keeping feeding their next generation on this without talking about this, you know it's disaster. You know there's no art there anymore. That's the reality. And of course over here you need textbooks. That's why I cite up General Qi Ji Guang's writing. I cite out the Shaolin Sword Strike book. I cite out the 1850s Xiu Lim Tao Kit of Wing Chun. I cite out the Mei Zhuang. Everybody can go study. It's like you cite out the Newtonian physics, the principle. Everybody can go study. It's not my exclusive right. Everybody, it's belong to everybody. So all this Qi Ji Guang's Shaolin Sword Strike, Mei Zhuang, and the White Crane Cannons, and the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, it belongs to everybody. It doesn't belong to any lineage because it is here. It is not here. General Qi Ji Guang is here. Shaolin Sword Strike is here. Wing Chun 1850s Xiu Lim Tao Kit is here. The Hermes Zhuang is here. The White Crane Classic is here. It's nothing to do with this thing. So why are we going to call, oh, I have Yit Gam lineage? What Yit Gam lineage? If we don't have a clear mind, but have all this clouded mind based on this type of habitual or cultist thinking, you know that entire Wing Chun is going to go down to the tube. There's the thing. So there's the textbooks. And because of all this thing, it's really difficult to read in today's English language. That's why I wrote all these books. You go check in this book, is there anything I take picture with my sifu and all this kind of stuff? None. It's textbook, it's textbooks. It's technical, like the physics textbooks. Even I was requested to write as an author, my author bio, I make it minimum, because why? What is important is this thing. Without this, you don't have this. You just only have relationship. It's just like when you talk to the CEO in the Silicon Valley. You go meet with him, and then he'll tell you this. You guys all have your research, but there's no product. This company is not going to stay without product. Because research doesn't mean product. Relationship doesn't mean technology. We need to be clear on this. So today I'm not talking on behalf of I'm knowing all and everything. You look at history, you see that there's a problem. And you know that only educations of this part can help. And only that way you can make best use of the human resources here. If everybody in here know all of this, it will be like university. Everybody have the room to fly, to grow, to be stars. Without this, you're just fighting here. And there is no positive outcome generated. That's what happened in Chinese Buddhism, in Chinese martial art. You look at it. So this is to clean this thing up for you, okay? The world is like that. We like it or not, it doesn't matter about Hendrix or not Hendrix. Even if it's not Hendrix here today, somebody will say this. This is what it is, okay? And again, the textbook, the Qi Ji Guang, the Shaolin Short Strike textbook, the Wing Chun 1850s Creed and the Hermes Zhuang, all they link together. One explain the other. And up to today, what I can see at this minute, there's none of the Western expert scholar in China or Chinese know all this thing. Because I spent 40 years of it. So you don't need to spend 40 years. And then make it really affordable. You don't have to pay me 10,000 euro just to buy Z to me, and I get into this relationship, and then I just feed you one move every 2 months. The entire thing of the basics is here. With this, you'll be able to understand what it is. And later on, when the Qi Ji Guang's books and Hermes' book and all this ancient text is translate, or I shouldn't say translate, is transfer. The knowledge is transfer. It is a transfer, it's not a translation. The technology transfer to the West, then you know, oh, we have the basic from these books. And now we know what they are talking about. And even people who want to work on the transferring their technology need this. Need this. Otherwise, you're going to Google that thing, you don't know what it is. That's why I say I only care for the education. That's what it is, technology and educations. And we need a lot of people from here to work on that thing. See, that's why I say I'm not the grandmaster. I'm not even, how to say that, I'm not even the basic student of people here. The low level student of people here. In this generation, I'm not. I just know all this thing. It's like I'm not the top professor in London when the Sir Isaac Newton is there. I just happen to study Newton's principle, so I understand what it is. So I'm like a high school teacher the most. Now, if we don't even have the high school teacher physics, high school physics, then the rest is, you know, the entire art is gone already. And you cannot produce talented people to keep going on. We need people here not to fighting, not to playing lineage politics, to say you are good, you are bad. We need people to here to work on this, like every university. And then this will grow. And when this is grow, of course, this is benefit. But if keeping fighting here, you don't have benefit. You only screw things up. Because the more you spend time here, you don't understand here, you don't have anything. So it's like a billionaire's descendant is just wasting the grandfather's billion-dollar company, wasting all the resources without growing, because the descendant have no idea how to grow a business, and this is growing a business. So I hope that this is clear for you. It is a serious stuff, and not only Wing Chun, many traditional Chinese martial art, including Zen Buddhism and different type of Buddhism, is like that. That's why you can look at a lot of Buddhism in like the esoteric Buddhism in China. It lost. Where it go to? It go to Japan. It was in Japan now. For past about 1,000 years, it's in Japan. It is. You have this thing straight. You have the people here. It grew really well. It's in Japan today. Well, you can't see that in China anymore. Reality.